I'll admit I'm groping about a bit for content, not that kind of groping. So last night I sat here and basically whined about how the channel is going downhill, and rather than subject you to that, all of that is going on the cutting room floor. Instead, I'm going to talk about the movie I saw today, a little bit, maybe 1 minute's worth. March the 15th, 2024. Got some leftover pizza and some Verner's ginger soda. Very nice stuff. Got a nice burn to it. I got to see Dune 2 today with my son. I treated my son and I to a movie ticket today, which, you know, he usually picks up the tab, so it was my turn. And had a good time. Really enjoyed the film, and I don't usually like modern films all that much, but this one was well done. It was pretty grounded for a science fiction epic. It balanced out a lot of its concepts very well, especially sort of the religious, political, and colonial aspects of the story, to where there's always this skepticism about the motives of colonialists who want to co-opt local culture for their own power ends. After all, this whole Dune saga is based around those sorts of concerns. And of course, it's all based in human power politics. It's amazing some of the things that it seems that Star Wars ripped off from Frank Herbert. I'm not going to get into much detail about it. The design was awesome. And I'm not impressed by CGI or big budgets or big visual flourishes these days, because any movie can do that. It's what you do with them. And this movie did with them very well what the story needed. And it felt literary. It felt like you were reading the novel. It was very good on attention to detail. Lots of details that were not in David Lynch's movie, which, to be fair, was a rushed movie, and I like the original Dune movie from the 80s. It's campy fun, and I really enjoy that. And surprisingly, that movie does pretty well with the story, considering how rushed and condensed it had to be to fit all this story into a couple of hours. Of course, this is Dune 2, so we had a first movie, which I did not see, but I'm going to see the first Denis Villeneuve film now. So Dune 2, yeah, man, I enjoyed that, and it was a good time, a good chance to be with my son out at the movies, which we do once every year or so. So very good. I'm going to give it an 85 out of 100, I guess. So before my son and I went to see Dune 2, I did go back to Half Price to buy those dollar books that I talked about in the last video. They were still all there. Here's one called Black Muslims in America by C. Eric Lincoln. It's a vintage book. It's in great shape, and it's a unique item. And here we have End of White World Supremacy by Malcolm X. This is also a vintage edition of this. Very nice. It's $1. You know, if I had unlimited space, I'd probably want to keep these, but these have a market. So, Diary of a Drag Queen by Crystal Rasmussen with Tom Rasmussen. So this is in perfect condition. This, of course, is a newer book, but I don't know, this is going for $5 to $8. I bought it for $1, 95 cents for each of these, actually, with my 10% discount plus tax. So I got those.